All right, hey guys, Vicki Flanagan, Diamond Ambassador. I live in Little O, Shallow Water, Texas, out here in West Texas. And you know what? Welcome to Dinner with Diamonds. This is an amazing group. You are among an elite group of ambassadors who enrolled the last 16 days of the month. So guys, give yourself a round of applause because you are awesome. And we put this group together for you because we wanted to pour into you. We wanted you to hear from those leaders that maybe you look up to and admire. Like, I love Emily Roberts, Rebecca Folks. Like, I love them and have watched training videos for them for years. So I feel super honored to be here with all of you tonight. And you know what? I don't care. Like, you have to be silver. If you enrolled 3, you're silver. So I don't care whether you are a silver ambassador, a senior silver, a gold, a senior gold, a ruby, a senior ruby, an emerald, a sapphire, and you're almost diamond. Guys, any one of you can do this. You have to tell yourself you're going to do it. You have to put the work in. You have to do personal development. You have to get yourself ready to rock your business. And so I hope tonight you hear from some ladies and there's notes you take that you can put into your business that will just take your business further and further and further along in the journey that you're looking for, because we are all looking for better health and we're all looking for better financial margin for our families, right? I mean, it doesn't matter if you're making $1 million a year. If there was a $20 bill laying on the sidewalk, wouldn't you stop and pick it up? I don't know about you, but I would, right? Yeah. So you know what, guys, we're going to kick it off with a drawing tonight. You must be present to win. So I've got everybody's names in here, and I'm going to give away a $25 gift card. Your choice. You tell me what store you want, and I'm going to send you a $25 gift card, okay? So just find me on Messenger, and I'm Vicki Skinner Flanagan on Messenger. A little bit of trivia. I actually have a sister-in-law also named Vicki Flanagan, spelled the exact same way. So if you message her and go, I want a $25 gift card to Target, she's probably gonna be like, I don't know who you are or what you're talking about, okay? So Vicki Skinner Flanagan is my Facebook name. Find me on Messenger. $25 gift card to your store of choice. How cool is that? All right, we ready? Here we go. All right, do we have a Stephanie Rusk Roberts on this evening?
She is on my team. I'm looking for her. I don't know, Jamie, do you see her?
It's gonna be tragic if she's not.
No, she's not on yet. She's Pacific time and she's out doing doctor appointments, I believe, but I messaged her, so she's not on yet.
Gotcha. All right, here we go again. How about a Samantha Lance?
She's on. I saw her. There she is.
Yay, Samantha. All right, find me on Messenger, girl. $25 gift card, store of your choice, okay? And you know what? First up is gonna be the amazing Rebecca Folks, and she is gonna talk to us tonight about retention through recognition. So Rebecca, turn it over to you.
Thanks, Vicki. Okay, Emily, did you make me a host so I can screen share? Because I actually even put some slides together because I just learn better when I can see some highlights on here too. So I wanted to talk to y'all about something that I feel like is so important and so underestimated sometimes, and that is recognition. And when I looked up the definition, because I love a definition, the definition that I found was the action of giving someone confidence, support, and hope. And what I really, really love about that is that it is an action. It is the action of giving someone confidence, support, and hope. And so when I think about recognition, it's encouraging people in who you see them to be, in who they are showing you to be through their behavior. And those words of recognition, those words of encouragement truly can be what encourages your team to success. Because when they start to see themselves as you see them and who you are saying, look at this road that you are paving for yourself and for where you're going, your vision casting with them, those things matter. I grew up with a dad that was lavish with encouragement and words of recognition. I have a couple of sisters, and I'm the oldest of 3 girls, and we have a much younger brother. And at birthday parties when I was growing up, he would even, my sisters and I would be like, you know, it's coming, right? You know, it's coming. He's going to embarrass us. And he would bring us up in front of all our little friends at the birthday parties and say, Rebecca is really special. I want to tell you who she is. And he would start to recognize all these character qualities that he saw in us. And still today at 35, when he comes over for birthday parties and the family, he does that. And I want to tell you what that does. It created early on it created an identity. It created him seeing me in that way. It's who I wanted to be. So it kept me wanting to still emulate those qualities. It also created so much confidence. My sisters and I talk about all the time that we have got laundry list of our own, but insecurity is not one of them. We have just always been really strong, really confident women that are very secure in who we are. And I know so much of that came from how we grew up. And I truly believe that is such a gift that you can give to your team by acknowledging them, seeing them, showing them value. When I worked for another company years ago, 15 years ago, probably, they would always say people work harder for praises than raises. And I absolutely believe that to be true. There's so many people on my team, you know, almost 8 years later, that maybe they haven't hit Ruby yet, or even senior gold yet, some of them, but they are showing up because they are part of something, because they are part of a community. They are being recognized. People, you know, we're saying we see you, we value what you're doing. And some people have different goals in this business. And so we're recognizing them for what they are doing. And that is a major, major retention piece. I want to show you all this that Entrepreneur Magazine says. They say that recognition is an essential part of business because of what it does for, 1, lowering turnover, 2, increasing employee happiness, 3, increasing employee engagement, and 4, increasing trust. I mean, what do you think that would do to your business if there was a lot less turnover, a lot less attrition in your business? The people that you brought in, that they stayed. So every time you were adding to your team, you weren't on the hamster wheel of death, but instead those people were staying, they were engaged, they were happy, they trusted your leadership, they trusted where you were going. Recognition is that essential piece to the puzzle. So when you begin with the end in mind and you think, what is my goal for this? The goal would be, 1, to reward the behavior that you want to see. And 2, that it's a role model for others who also desire that recognition, and that they see that the vision has been painted. So you see what happens when people start earning the success sprints, or they, you know, there's an incentive that month to sponsor 2 or 3 or 6 or 19 or whatever it is. And you start painting that picture. Then other people start going, oh, well, if Susie did that, then I can do that too. Or in your, you know, your chats, when you see someone go silver, well, it's contagious. Other people start going silver too, because they see that recognition. It paints the picture that it's possible for them. And they also desire that same recognition, that same reward. I know there are people on my team that work harder for the graphic that's going to be on the team page or on their personal page saying they accomplished this, than the actual prize itself. Recognition is such a driver. Also, I just think about the fact that we spend all of this time prospecting, onboarding, training people, connecting, plugging in. The return on your investment to keep people there is to keep acknowledging them, to keep saying, I see you, I value you, recognizing even consistency. You want to make sure that you're looking for any PDM, we say, any positive defining moment, because recognition for all is recognition for none. So you're looking for specifics in what you can actually acknowledge, so that people are seeing that as legit recognition. You don't want to belittle it. But this is the fastest and the easiest part of your business. I still remember getting voice text from Jen Hawkins saying, I see you and you are on fire and I cannot believe what you're doing in your business and things like that. That took her 12 seconds to send me, but it meant something to me. And so I encourage you. I mean, I always have a list when I'm running to carpool, wherever, where I'm just sending voice notes, and it never fails that people will respond back with, I needed that so bad. I'm just sitting here crying because I needed, that to be seen and to know that I'm in the right place. And that was just confirmation for me, or whatever it is. It can be as small as that voice note, or as big as, a retreat that you're doing on your team, or a big gift that you're doing, or some kind of incentive. So just know it's really not the size of the recognition. Is it speaking? I mean, I feel like people almost have love languages for recognition. Like, is it something behind the scenes and saying, hey, I see you? Is it public on their wall? Is it within a chat of their peers? Is it you calling them and, connecting with them and saying, hey, I just want you to know I'm seeing this in you. And maybe that's a 15-minute phone call for that person. They're more like that quality time, whatever that is. And I like to take note on what it is that actually meant the most to that person, because everybody is different, but it just helps people to see themselves as seen and valued. For years that were actually horrible years of my life, I did CrossFit, and still not sure why I did that. But I remember it's super competitive. There's a leaderboard every day, and you're always trying to beat your time on that, activity from the last one, or the more weight or whatever. And everyone's crazy competitive. And I'm competitive in things that I actually think I had a chance at winning, but CrossFit was never that for me. So I was not competitive at CrossFit. And it would never really mean anything to me when people would be like, Rebecca, come on, you're going to beat so-and-so. You're going to beat that time from last summer. You want to get this sub 20, work harder. And I would be like, you work harder. Like, don't tell me to work harder. But if someone would yell from the back, hey, Rebecca, I see you back there, that would make me work harder. Like, just knowing they're acknowledging what I'm doing, that they're saying, they're not like trying to correct me or anything, but they're saying, hey, I see you back there. That pushed me to want to do more, just recognizing the effort that I was putting in. And so, I'm not going to do that. So so anyway, just letting people feel seen, valued, part of something. One thing that I do every month, just in my business, and I've probably done this, I don't even know, definitely since I've been a diamond, maybe even before, I just pick 3 people in my organization, always in my levels 1 through 3, sometimes in my 1 through 4s. And I send them a note, and I send them a little happy. And it's just saying, and I'm just kind of looking throughout the month, like, who's doing something. It might be that they're being super consistent. It might be that they ranked up. It might be that they they hadn't signed anyone in a couple months, and they signed 3 people that month. It really depends. It's not like a formula that I have. It's just an I see you thing. And I send a little note, and I send a gift. This month, or for March, I sent one of those like Kitsch silk pillowcases and some bath salts. It's not anything like fancy, but it's that, and it's a note. And but even if you didn't send a gift with it, but just to send a note, and that you're kind of saying 3 things in those notes of recognition. One is, what did they do? Be specific. Again, it's not recognition for all. It's because then it just devalues it. So what did they do? What did they achieve in doing that? And then some type of positive wrap up that's pointing to the future. It's vision casting for them and saying, if you keep doing this, this is what I see, and this is who I see you to be. And so I just send, again, a little happy and a handwritten note every single month. And then I'll always send voice text, or just text, or just wanting to connect with people, or saying, hey, do you want to jump on a Zoom? I've been seeing you do this. Just reaching out and connecting and letting people know that I see them. Sometimes you recognize the effort, and sometimes you recognize the result. And that, again, is just person to person, but not like, be lavish. Like, that's a free, non-time consuming thing to do every single month. And that success will breed success, because it's contagious. Again, whether it's in your chats, it's on your team pages, it's in your recognition, things like this, where people are saying that you're a part of something like this, that's creating major FOMO. People are going, I wish I would have been on there. So make sure tonight you're taking pictures and you're posting those on your social media and saying, I was a part of this and my team invested in me and I learned this nugget tonight, and showing community and that there's fun and training and all those different things, because those are things that matter to your network and are showing you're doing a good job. And so the last little quote I just wanted to share with y'all was 1 minute of 1 minute spent recognizing behavior equals 100 minutes of initiative in return. I truly believe that when people feel recognized, especially when they're seen in their strengths, people love to do things that they're good at. And when you're recognizing people, we all have our strengths. If you look at all the different diamonds, they all got there for different strengths, different ways of influence, or different ways of connecting with people or leading people or systems or whatever that is. Hone in on their strength. Let them see that that strength can be the superpower that gets them to where they're wanting to go in this business. And I truly believe that you can literally encourage people to success. So, Miss Vicki, will you draw? I'm going to draw for one of those pillowcases that I talked about earlier that I love. And so she's going to draw a name.
All right.
And you shoot me a message. I will get that in the mail for you.
Riley Dennis.
Okay.
Riley Dennis, are you on?
I think she is. I'm looking for her. I see her team shouting her out, but I just don't see her name. There's so many people.
Rebecca, we can message you with your winner.
Okay. My whole family is in the car ready to go watch my
No, go, go, go. We'll message you.
Rebecca has to
See
go
y'all
to
later. Bye, y'all.
Vicki, you can introduce me.
All right, so was Riley Dennis on?
No, she's not on.
Gotcha.
Boo.
All right, let's see. Who's going to get a silk pillowcase from Rebecca?
Aubrey Guerin.
Your name's not even in here. Jill Faulkner. Jill, are you here?
Better be on. Where's Jill?
Can she unmute and shout herself out? Or type in the chat, I'm here, I'm here.
I know, there's 60 people and I have to scroll through like 5 pictures.
Well, okay, on this side with the chat, it has everyone listed in alphabetical order, and I don't think she's on. She's on iPhone.
Who
Okay.
knows? She might be hiding from the government. Knowing Jill.
Next one, Callie Halbrook. Are you on, Callie?
We got some FOMO now to be on so you can win. Oh, Callie. Oh, Colette. Wait, was that the first one?
Yeah, no, Callie's not on. Okay, whoever gave me the tip, they're in alphabetical order. Callie's not on. Okay.
Colette Riemann says she's on. Was that one that you called? She just posted that she's on. Did you call Colette?
No, I had Riley Dennis.
Oh.
All right. Rebecca wants to give away a pillowcase. We want her Happy Mail. It's going to go to, is Maggie Ludwig on?
This is sad.
I don't see her unless she's on her iPhone.
I feel like we're at bingo.
Oh, maybe.
No,
Colette
sorry,
is
it's
volunteering to
bedtime for
win.
them.
Okay, how about Amanda Fruge? F-R-U-G?
I'm here. Yay!
Okay, Amanda.
Shut up.
Woo! All right, Amanda is getting the pillowcase from Rebecca. All right, next up, Aubrey. Go ahead, babe.
All right, I'm going to introduce myself. Most fun thing about me is I'm 4'10", and you wouldn't recognize me if you saw me in person, because most people are like, I didn't realize you were that short, but I really am that short. And I'm probably the shortest diamond, actually. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, I'm not short at talking though, so I'm gonna set my timer so I won't go over. I'm setting it, hush. All right. So last time I tried to do this, my husband found a random cow in the front yard, and I was supposed to take a shower, and he was outside playing with the random cow and completely forgot to come in. So this time he's at least here, so that's good. And I am gonna do something that Genevieve will not like. I am gonna diagnose and treat a medical condition, y'all, okay? All right, so don't tell her. I have a feeling that most of you have a problem with cataracts. I know you're not old, but you have a cataract problem, okay? So I like definitions too. And the definition of a cataract is a condition affecting the eye that causes clouding of the eyes, blurred vision. It's like looking through a frosty glass or fogged up window. And I believe that everybody on here suffers at some point or another from having cataracts with their plexus vision in their plexus business. But just don't tell Genevieve. I'm going to teach you how to treat those, okay? So a couple of the things that can lead to cataracts that I thought were super interesting is, well, a few of the facts. Number one, women are more likely to get cataracts. Did you know this? So take your Mega X for real, y'all. But I feel like women have a really hard time seeing their potential in the plexus business sometimes. Another thing that was interesting is that they can last for several months or several years. And then urgent medical attention is required. So we're going to skip to that urgent medical attention part right now. And I'm going to tell you a few things that cause cataracts in your plexus business and a way to get rid of that blurred vision so you can really see the potential that the business has for you. And I will tell you that I was a diamond and past a diamond. Well, anyway, I was already diamond before I realized that I had some of these problems, and I was able to work through them. So I'm going to help you work through them. Number one is scarcity mindset. Scarcity mindset is a huge problem in your plexus business and in your life in general. Scarcity mindset is the idea or worldview that opportunity, resources, and successes are all uncommon. And basically, it's just there's not enough. And when there's not enough, there's always a shortage and you can't have it. So because I'm sitting here looking at Emily and Natasha and Vicky and Kendall, I don't see Kendall, but and Rebecca, they're diamonds. And there's only enough diamonds for a few people. Like there's not enough success. So they're already successful and I don't have the ability to be successful. Scarcity mindset stems from an inherent feeling that there will never be enough and gives you a toxic understanding of the world that poisons all of your thinking. Okay, so the big thing that you can do when you realize that you have a scarcity mindset, when you realize that you are worried that there's not enough success to go around, that you can't be successful, when you feel like you are not enough, the big thing you can do is capture those thoughts and reframe them. I love the verse 2 Corinthians 10:5 that says, we take every thought captive for Christ. We demolish every argument against Christ. And I like this because God wouldn't have told us to take thoughts captive if we weren't capable of it. And so the fact that he says we can take every thought captive means we can do it. Now, he wasn't talking about my plexus business, but maybe he was, because he was talking about every thought, okay? So he doesn't like what we call stinking thinking. He doesn't like negative thoughts. He likes positive thoughts. Philippians 4:8. If you struggle with scarcity, negative thinking, put Philippians 4:8 all over your house. If anything is true, noble, right, pure, lovely, admirable, anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think on these things, okay? Focus on that. And then Emily and Brooke taught a really cool way to help change from a negative thought to a positive thought. Let's say that you're wanting to send some messages and all you can think of is, oh, she's going to think I'm annoying. Well, it's hard to go from she's going to think I'm annoying to, oh my goodness, she's going to be so excited I messaged her. That's hard. Make a bridge thought, which means make an intermediary thought that kind of gets you there. So she's going to be so excited, you know, instead of saying she's going to be so annoyed, say, but what if she's not? Bridge thought. What if I'm wrong? What if she's not annoyed? That's easier than jumping completely to the positive. So ask yourself a question like, but what if I'm wrong? You can use that in any situation. There's not enough success to go around, but what if I'm wrong? And work with that, okay? Second thing that we're going to talk about really quick, because I'm looking at I have 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Shame. This was a big one for me. I was telling somebody today that I had a negative opinion of network marketing based solely on things I had heard from other people and no personal experience. That's 100% against my value of never thinking badly about someone without personal experience with that person based on other people's opinions. But I did that about a whole industry, y'all. That's kind of crazy when I think about it that way. And so I had this negative opinion. I felt ashamed of myself in the beginning. And I didn't even really realize it. Because I had always thought that people like me, professionals, good people, don't do this. And so when I started doing this, I still was worried that it was shameful. I still let other people's opinions make me feel bad about myself and my industry. And I can 100% tell you that you have nothing to feel bad about. When network marketing is done right, it is the most incredible profession in the world. And the people who succeed with integrity in network marketing for the long term have the best character and values of anyone I've ever known. Y'all, I was a CPA. Have you ever heard of any bad CPAs? Arthur Andersen scandal, anyone? Does that mean every CPA is evil? Well, that's ridiculous. Did you know that when franchises like Chick-fil-A first came on the scene, people thought they were bad and sketchy? Nobody thinks that now. You get to choose how you want to view yourself in network marketing. And if you can't go outside and tell a complete stranger why network marketing is amazing right now, then you just need to study the industry. You need to watch podcasts. You need to Google why network marketing is amazing. Ask your upline for resources. Don't read any of the stuff about why it's bad, because you've already heard that. You've already thought that. You don't need any more of that negativity in your life. But go learn about why it's amazing, because it is. I'm a minister's wife. I've dedicated my life to serving God and helping other people. And I'm a better person 6 years into network marketing than I was before. And the people on my team that really do this with love and integrity, they're better people. So you have absolutely no reason to be ashamed. The people that make you feel bad, they are ignorant. And it's kind of like having a child with autism. I have a child with autism. A lot of people judge and think weird things, but guess what? They do that because they're ignorant. They don't know. So I could be mad and cranky all the time and just go out there and blast things on the internet and be like, I can't believe people are so hateful towards people with autism. That wouldn't help anything, but you know what helps? Educating, okay? So you can educate people about network marketing. I challenge you to look at some of the objections about network marketing and start making posts about them. Christina Williams talks about this and I love it. Start educating and show up as a professional. If you don't want to feel ashamed, act like a professional. Last little story. Over Christmas this year, I was like, man, I feel like I feel weird working over Christmas because, you know, I should be enjoying Christmas holidays. And I'm like, wait a second. Does Starbucks close over Christmas because it's Christmas? No. Does Walmart close over Christmas because it's Christmas? Does Walmart quit selling things? No. Does GNC quit selling supplements because it's Christmas? No. I'm a professional. I'm going to act professionally. I'm going to act with integrity. And if somebody decides that they want to judge me, they can. Oh, I'm going to tell one more story. I have 30 more seconds. I'm going to pause myself. It kind of goes full circle. When my husband first started ministry at one of his churches, I'll go back. Okay. when I first got started in network marketing, I had somebody on staff at a church I was at say something really hateful about it. And it really hurt me. Until later, I realized that she had said something similar to my husband about his job. She was bashing network marketing, but she'd also told my husband that youth ministers were stupid and there was no reason to have youth ministers. So it's like this person didn't want to say anything positive to anybody. If she's going to say something negative about a minister, who cares? So bottom line is, if you're dealing with scarcity or you're dealing with shame, dig into some things to build your belief. Quit being afraid, because you're kind of focusing on you, and that's selfish. And we want to focus on others and help them. And when you focus on valuing others and adding value to other people, like my hero John Maxwell talks about, nobody will be able to say anything bad about you. And if they do, it'll just sound as ridiculous as telling a youth minister that his job is stupid. There, I'm done. Can we draw somebody?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I
Here we
almost
go.
did it. I just paused my timer so I would have 30 seconds left.
Oh, Aubrey, you're the cutest. All right, what are you giving away?
Well, of course I'm giving away a Starbucks gift card.
Of course you are.
But if you don't like Starbucks because you're from like the planet Mars or something, then I will give you an Amazon or something else, $25. 20.
All right. Is Pamela Muntek on? Pamela.
I'm here.
Yay! All right, Pam, do you want Amazon or Starbucks? I'm good with either one.
Starbucks is fine.
Yay! Okay. All right. Find me. I'm Aubrey Finley Guerin on Facebook, I think. I'm gonna write your name down.
Awesome. All right, friends. Next steps. The amazing Emily Roberts.
Hey, everybody. Hello, team. I'm loving this. This is so fun. I haven't done one of these in a long time. So one of my favorite topics to teach about, and something that is actually coming up in an upcoming network marketing book that'll be out next month, is personal branding. You are going to hear that a lot in this network marketing business because you are your storefront, right? Like when you think about Target, you know they wear red polos and khaki pants, right? When you think of Coca-Cola, you probably know their logo before you know it's Coca-Cola, right? So the same concepts fall in line with you and how you brand yourself, because you are not Plexus. Plexus is a part of what you're doing, but that is not you. And I think sometimes we get so wrapped up in that and we pump the brakes and we freak out and panic. Or for me personally, I didn't want to talk about the opportunity or the products for a really long time because I didn't have a story yet. I didn't have a awesome testimonial side-by-side picture yet. And I think that just kind of really relates to you. And if it doesn't relate to you, it's going to relate to someone on your team eventually. And this is going to help you help them. So the weird way that my brain works is analogies. So I love a good analogy, and I'm going to kick you off with an analogy about farmers. Okay. I love cows. If you know anything about me, and if you follow me on social media, I talk about cows at least once a week. I just love them. They are so cute. My office is cows. I love them. In the South and in other states, but in the South, there's farmers everywhere, right? And if you are a farmer and you own cattle, you usually brand or tag your cattle, right? Okay. For those of you that are new to farming, that's what they do. And it's just a sense of ownership. It is something that says, this is mine. I take care of this. I own this. And I want you to think of that in terms of not your grandpa's farm, but your business. This is mine. I own this. This is what I'm doing, okay? And it's not who I am, it's just what I'm doing, right? Just like when you go for a run, you are not an Olympic runner. Like you might think that in your head when you're running to Eye of the Tiger, right? And you're like, God, I should try out for the Olympics. Like you might think that, but you ain't, all right? Just a little tough love, you ain't, okay? So same concept for your business. Now, I might have a little tough love moments where you're like, oh, okay, it should beat me up a little bit, but that's just because I really want you to feel good about you and your brand. So here's an analogy that I love, and it talks about trying on story. So basically, if you want to solidify your brand and the way you post and the way that you talk and the way that you post about testimonies, the way you post about ingredients, you have to master this storytelling. If you have children, you know the best way to get your kids to sit down and shut up is to tell a story. And you can make it up. You could be reading the back of a mac and cheese box, making it up as you go, but your kids are like hanging on, right? They're like, tell me more. Who's the boogeyman? Who's the princess? Like they want to know. And that is how your audience relates to you with your personal brand. So for me personally, let me give you an example because some of you may not be following and you're like, I don't know what that means. So for instance, I am not the same Emily that I was 10 years ago. Just like Aubrey said, I'm not the same Aubrey I was 6 years ago. We're not. We're going to evolve. I mean, any business owner, Carl, our CEO, is not the same Carl that I met 5 years ago because he's grown and he's learned so much, just like you're going to learn and grow so much. The people that get you to Senior Ruby are not going to be the people that keep you there. People that get you to Emerald, Sapphire, Diamond, they're not going to be the people that keep you there. Okay. And that was something I did not know was true. I lived in Plexus, La La Land. Okay. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Everyone wants what I have. Everyone loves my team. Look at us. I'm going to be a Plexus Diamond for the rest of my life. Then, bam, guess what happened? I lost 1,800 points in 3 months. I lost my identity, my purpose, my passion. I cried in my husband's lap every single day for 3 months. Not to mention, I was 3 months postpartum from having my third baby. And I was thinking, this sucks. I'm a diamond and I don't think I can ever come back from this. I don't think I can rebuild. I hate this. I hate Texas. I remember saying those words. And if you know me, or if you think you know me because of social media, you know that's the farthest from the truth, right? I love Plexus and I love this industry. But in that moment, I was all in my feelings. Y'all, I was like one lyric away from being a Drake song. I hated everything and I had so many feelings. Okay. And my husband looked me in the eyes and said, then quit. And I was so mad at him. You know, like when like you can hate on something, but like you like nobody else gets to hate on it, right? Like your little brother. Like he is so annoying, but he better not be annoying to you. You better love my brother. Same concept, right? So I was so mad that he was like, then quit. And I'm like, no, you want to and then I started talking about all the things that I accomplished and all the people on my team that were still there and the stories that I've told and my testimony and my health journey and the amazing pregnancies that I've had and how ease literally shrunk a tumor in the uterus that I had with my last pregnancy. Like my doctor was like, his mind was blown. Okay. And my husband's like sitting there like, keep going. And he's like, so are you going to quit? And I'm like, oh, I see what you did there. So all of those little tiny stories I just told you, were you not just wrapped up in every second of that? Were you not like, oh my gosh, what happened? Let me tell you what happened. I didn't freaking quit. I rested. I did a 10-day fast. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. I love food. And like I really love it now after not having it for 10 days. And I had to go back to the basics, a diamond. I had to pretend I was silver or trying to get to silver. I had to unlearn and relearn, rebuild, and create new relationships. And how was I going to do that? How was I going to tell my audience that watched me build a dream house and go diamond? How was I going to tell them I just took a $13,000 pay cut and I'm not really a diamond? I'm just a diamond on paper. How am I going to tell my audience that's watching me, that wants to be a part of this, but they're afraid to take that plunge because of maybe a reason like this? And so I had to tell stories, hard ones, truthful ones, hurtful ones. I had to share my truth. So I want you to think of this analogy. I want you to think of going into the dressing room at TJ Maxx. Okay, most of us shop at TJ Maxx, I think. You're at TJ Maxx and you are going up and down the aisles, right? Those shiny silver aisles aligned with some of the cutest brands, and you walk into that dressing room and you have your 6 little things you want to try on. Maybe it's a bathing suit, maybe it's jeans, maybe it's the best leggings ever. I don't know, but you're trying those things on. Okay. That's what I want you to do in your business. But you're going to try on so many different perspectives from your own life and your own history and where you want to go that your audience, they want to keep up with you. They want to know, like, what is she going to share next? Because they're like, what point of view is she going to share today, or what else has she gone through that will inspire me? Like, I'm constantly adding value through stories because I've just tried a new perspective on. For instance, my 8-year-old self. That was the first time I was ever rejected in my life. I was invited to a homecoming football game by the boy that lived behind me, and he left me at the gate until sundown, and my daddy had to take me to the game. That was the first half of my 8-year-old life, and the first time I was ever rejected, and I realized boys suck. Okay, they don't really change. They just get cuter and they grow beards, but they still suck sometimes, right? And then the second half of my 8-year-old life, I found out my dad had another child with another woman that wasn't my mom. So I felt abandonment in an entirely different way. So sometimes that's where I go. Sometimes that's what fuels me, because there's someone out there that feels like me, lonely, broken, and abandoned because of daddy issues. And you need people like this. You need community like this. You need purpose and passion in your heart and soul, so that when you wake up in the morning and you don't ever think about that person that hurt you, but instead how you're going to go help and love on someone else that could be hurting. Okay? Don't get me wrong. I go to counseling. Don't y'all worry about me. That's just a perspective that I try on so that I can show up and tell stories that help my audience relate to me. That's my brand. And if you want to really solidify that and just like go all in your Plexus business, you got to talk about hard things. You can't just talk about ingredients and fat people. I'm serious. You can't. You can't talk about thyroid stuff. You can't just talk about the pink drink and stop posting pink drink selfies. Okay, we get it. You look cute. Your drink is pink, but like, they want more from you. Your audience is hungry for more. They haven't joined you yet because they're waiting. They're waiting for you to open that door. One of my personal quotes, something that I just said, was that you're going to try on something that the price tag can't, like, the price tag won't show them the price. They want it before they even see the price tag, because you have put it out there in such a way that they want that. They look at you and they're like, I want that. I need that. Okay. So I've broken it down into the ABCs of personal branding. So, or you're getting a new home. And it's my middle child. I love it. Right. The ABCs of personal branding. We're going to simplify this, right? You've learned to master the art of storytelling. Learn some new adjectives. Awesome and amazing are so 2008. Find some new adjectives. Okay. Learn to revisit the past. You know, what was your nickname when you were a little girl? How can you get on that level with someone? How can you bring up a memory? What did it smell like? What did it look like? Okay. That's how you tell a good story, just like you tell a really good bedtime story to your child. Okay. So, personal branding. A, aligning your message with your audience in an authentic way. When you know what you know how to convey it. You know how to tell it. Everyone on here should know themselves in such a way that only you can tell that story, right? When you are trying to sell something, it comes across as fake. But when you tell someone a story, they want to hear the ending. They want to know, they want to turn that page. They want to see your next chapter. And honestly, every year of my life is a chapter in a book. That's why I'm writing a book, because I'm like, what's next, right? B, you have to believe in your product and the opportunity. You can't tell a story about Plexus or someone on your team or the products that's helping you if you don't believe in what you're doing, which Aubrey basically just said. Your ability to assist your ideal customer with any grievance, like that means that it doesn't matter if it's a $50 bottle of body cream, they have to have it. Because the way that you have posted about it and told stories about it. I mean, do y'all remember a couple of years ago, we were putting body cream in our hair. We were putting it in our hair and calling it body cream blowouts, and it sold out. Plexus sold out of Plexus body cream because we had stories about this amazing hair stuff. Okay. So what it is just picking one thing, whether it is yourself, a product, testimonies. Maybe you are a homeschool mom, you want to tell stories about what it's like homeschooling. Whatever that looks like for you, you just start telling stories. Okay. 2 paragraphs. Think about, I'm coming to your Instagram. I got 10 seconds to like you or swipe away or scroll away. This isn't Tinder. I don't know what I'm doing. You scroll away, right? I want to stay there. I want to love you. I want to be invested. So how are you going to keep me there? Oh, she believes in what she's doing. I see some confidence. Oh my gosh, this story, I can't stop reading. Okay. Lastly, C is communicating. Communicating and connecting in a consistent way. You have to show up every single day. You have to. Especially on Instagram, the algorithms are so nuts. If you're not showing up on Instagram at least 3 times a day, whether it's a reel in your stories or a post, people aren't seeing your stuff. I'll never forget the story that Jen Hawkins told about her and Celeste and how Celeste joined her, because Celeste never saw Jen's post. They were on Facebook together, they lived near one another, but Celeste never saw her post, even though Jen was posting consistently. The algorithm changed every single day. So you think that you're annoying people and spamming people? That's that scarcity mindset Aubrey talked about. They haven't even seen your stuff yet. Tell your story. Keep telling it every single day. Communicate consistently. There's 3 C's. Communicate, connect consistently. Be personable, but in a direct way. I want you to really like nail down who you're telling a story to, right? Is it a 3-year-old toddler that wants to hear about princesses and Peppa Pig and all the Disney movies? Or is it a 42-year-old woman that feels 39, but she wants to always feel 39 and she needs that product? But why does she need that product? Is it going to make her feel like a princess in the bedroom? Is it going to make her sleep better? Is it going to make her not hungry all day long? What's it going to do? Tell me the story. Don't sell it to me. If I want to be sold to, I can go to the mall. I want you to tell me why I need it in my life. So you guys are going to master the art of storytelling, and you're going to do it well. And I can't wait to see a little bit more of that. If you want to see how I'm telling stories, you can follow me on Instagram and you can see how my posts have evolved with some real life examples. Thank you guys for letting me share. Oh, my giveaway. I forgot my giveaway. Okay.
Giveaway.
Yeah, you pick, and while you're picking, I will tell y'all. So I'm going to give away a bag of Slim Microbiome, and I know it's kind of boring, but I'm also going to give away a rustic cuff bracelet. When I first got started, that little shiny something that I wore next to my smartwatch is just what it was, a conversation starter. A lot of people don't know what rustic cuff is, and it's blingy and beautiful. And I'm going to send you one that looks like a bunch of diamonds. So if you don't have one, it'll be your first. So who is it going to be?
It is going to be Logan Klauser.
You saw them messaging and commenting earlier.
I'm here.
Yay! Woo! Logan.
You know where to find me. You message me and I will get that shipped to you. Send me your address.
All right, next up, Miss Natasha.
Hey guys, so I'm really excited to talk. My children have not been here the whole time, and of course they're all sitting in my bed right now, so let's just do this. But my name is Natasha Ritchie, and see, I told you all, I'm sorry, he fell off the bed. He'll be okay. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I told you all they were not in here. But what I'm going to talk about is getting people to share. I know that that's like such a huge question all the time. They're like, I hear my team. I need a business builder. I need someone to share. And y'all, like, I get that. And it's kind of piggybacking on what Emily just talked about. We're all kind of like shifting our mindset as the algorithm change of branding and getting people drawn to you. But it's a combination, because I tell my team all the time, what you post about is what you attract. And so and being a diamond, you will have to talk myself up doing this all the time. The more I post about the business and the benefits, and you're showing your life more, the more people I get that come to me about the business. But what about those people that join with the products? Those are the ones that join and you're like, oh, she would be so good, or you have all these thoughts about them. My tip to you is to trust the process. And what that process looks like for me and my team, and kind of what we do, is easing them in. So I don't use the word business. I don't say to someone that's brand new, hey, do you want to work the business? Because they're going to be like, no. What you're doing, I'm not doing that. And I get it. I totally get it, because they look at me on my stories and posting, and they're like, I'm not going to do that. But what I do is, once they get their products, and you all, it's different for each person, but if you do not bring up the business in some way, shape, or form, then they're never going to try it for the most part, because you're not even presenting them that opportunity. So what we do is when someone gets their products, I'll say, hey, let me know when your products come in and I'll help you fit that into your regimen. And what that is doing, because at the end of the day, this is a relationship business. If people are comfortable talking to you about their products and talking about detox, and if they're going to the bathroom too much or too little, you're building on those relationships. But also when you're doing that, you're opening the door for them to be more inclined to that. And so what I do when they get their products is I'll say, let's talk for 5 minutes, or do you have 5 minutes? Let's chat. And I'll talk to them about the products and fitting it in the regimen. And you all, it's so quick and easy. And then I'm like, okay, don't kill me, but I am curious, like, would you be interested in making a little bit of extra money? I don't know if like your mom or your aunt or your friend would want to get one of the combos that you did. But if you get 3 people to do that with you, then you'll make $375. So we really, I don't want to say dumb down the verbiage, but we talk to them like they're our friends. And I can tell you, most of the time, someone is not going to say, I don't want $375. They will ask, well, what do I have to do to get $375? And I don't know how long you've been around, but most of the diamonds or jewels did not say, hey, I joined Plexus because I wanted to make $1 million. No, like for me, for instance, I joined and I was like, okay, I need to make a little bit extra money. My husband is going to like kill me, divorce me that I just spent $100. We don't have $100 to spend. And so it's like the little steps of easing them in. And y'all, that's how we hook them. To be honest, because if someone can get 3 people to get one of the combos that they did and make that little bit extra money, then they're kind of like, okay, I mean, I don't know what the journey looked like for you, but I was like, okay, what do I do next? And it's one step at a time, one rank at a time, one bonus. But if you don't bring that up to them, then they're more than likely not going to share. Now, I will say I have a lot of people that come to me that are very open about the business and they ask me questions about what do I do, but then there's some that are my greatest ambassadors that I was like, okay, and this is another thing. The crazier I am, the better I feel like I do in my business, because I'm so open and I'm like, you're going to think I'm crazy. Why don't you just do this with me? And that's how I've got my best friend to share and a lot of more acquaintances in the business side of it, because I have just been more open and transparent and like, okay, just try, like you have nothing to lose. And it works. I remember having a call with my coach and he was like, because no matter what rank you are, you get to a point that you're like, what am I doing? You know how someone will ask you like, what are you good at? Or I don't know. And I'm like, call my friend. I'm like, what am I good at? Or what do I like? Or you know what I mean? Like you need somebody else to tell you what you're good at. And so even when we get to diamond, my coach was like, Tasha, what have you done the whole time? I'm like, I just get people to silver. And he was like, exactly, like get them to silver. And then it evolves and some people will get to gold. And like Emily said earlier, who got you to emerald is different. And so know that just keep being bold in your business, keep attracting people, but it's your job and it's your business to try to shift those people that want just the products into the business. And I will advise you, just don't use the word business. The host muted me, whoever you are.
I don't know how I did that.
But yeah, so that's kind of what it looks like for me and my team. And Lauren Thomas, she's super young. I think she's on here somewhere. My team ranges from really young kids, or not, I don't want to say kids, young, like women, like 18, 19, 20, to like, I have a very heavy, like older team. And so the process looks different across the board. Like some people kids, Lauren, don't kill me. I don't mean kids. Um, like younger, like text messages, voice messages, and then there's some that like to get on the phone. And so, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to like look at our messages, but just kind of think about your team, the person, where they're at, and how to just pull the business side in. That's my whole spiel. But go ahead. You're gonna say something.
Do you have a PowerPoint or something you wanted to share or screen share?
I mean, no. Why? Do you
Well,
need me to cover?
you asked me to make you host, but that could have been someone else.
That was Rebecca Folks.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, but yeah. So that's kind of my whole spiel. Just be bold with the business, with sharing, bringing it up, and know that the more bold you are, I've had people say to me, "You're so passionate," or I don't know, they say like different things, but that confidence does attract that. And people want a leader that is confident or excited on what they're doing. And even if you're not the most confident at the moment, fake it till you make it, because you're going to create that in your team. What you do with your team trickles down. And one other thing before we draw for a winner, as we're sharing about the business and bringing those people in, I think you should baby those people that want the business, meaning I'm very hands-on with them, with helping them with post ideas, what to say, answering questions, because what you do with your team, they're going to do with their team. So you're naturally creating those leaders because you're showing them how it's done and how to do it with their team. And so that alone is going to help with duplication. And so just a few tips on connecting and the relationships and just bringing that whole business side up. But Vicki, do you want to pick a winner for us?
Yeah.
Well, and I am a big earring person. I actually don't have my phones in right now, so I'm going to give away a pair of earrings.
Yay. Okay. Our winner, Terry Jo.
Oh, yeah. She's on. She's actually on my team.
Oh, well, there you go. Terry Jo, you're going to get some
Very-
awesome earrings.
Yay. All right. Perfect. Well, thank you guys.
All right. Next up, Kendall, my friend. Where'd you go? There you
Right
are.
here. Can you- Hey guys. All right. Well, I am so excited to get on and talk tonight. So I'm Kendall. I'm a mama of 4. Throughout my Plexus business, we have moved 5 times since I started Plexus. And so one thing I love is that you can do this business anywhere. It doesn't matter where you are, and it's a built-in community with you wherever you go. So tonight I am going to talk about customer care, because guys, let me be honest with you. You can sign a million ambassadors, but if you're not loving on your people and taking care of them, they're not going to stick around probably. And then you're going to see drops. And I can say that because I've been there. And so tonight we're going to talk about customer care and what that looks like. And I'm going to share some stuff from a book that maybe Emily was talking some about, building a story brand. It sounded, a lot of stuff sounded familiar. If you haven't read this book, guys, this is a good book. But it talks a lot about your customer. And it talks a lot about how to post for a customer and how to share to bring people in. But I'm going to talk about what that journey looks like once they're on your team and how to help them. Because guys, we are not the heroes in this journey. We are not that hero, and your customer and your new ambassador is not looking for you to be the hero. They are looking for you to be their guide. They are looking for help with a situation where you can guide them to that success. Not where you are handing them that success, not where you are giving them every single answer, but where you are guiding them to get to success. So guys, if we are not guiding them, we are missing the whole point in customer care. We are missing the whole point in customer care. So I have some notes. When we position our customers as the heroes and ourselves as the guide, we will be recognized as the trusted resource to help them overcome their challenges. Guys, we all know that every ambassador on our team and every customer on our team is going to have challenges. It's going to happen. Whether or not they're going through detox, whether or not they lost their first person that signed up underneath them. And guys, that is like a thing, like everybody's like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Like we all go through that. But if you are not that trusted person that they feel like they can communicate with, that they can talk to, that they can share these things with, guess what they're going to do? That is when they are going to be like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. And that's when you get the messages that are either silent or they give you a really short answer because they don't feel like they can trust you to tell you what's really going on. So if you can make them feel like we provide as ambassadors wisdom, products, leadership, and service that are going to help them get to where they want to go. So we have solutions that can help them, and we can be their guide to help them get to that end goal. So one thing we need to know for every customer, every ambassador that's on our team, what is their goal? What does that look like? And everybody's is going to be different. I mean, when I started this journey, it was I needed energy. I was a mama with 2 little ones. I was taking 2 naps a day and I was exhausted laying on the floor with them. Megan knew I needed energy. Megan was my friend. And I remember reaching out to Megan being like, Megan, I'm still needing a nap. Like, I thought this was going to be the answer and I still need that nap. Well, guys, if I hadn't trusted Megan, I probably would have been like, I'm done. 2 weeks in, I was exhausted. But Megan told me, Kendall, stick with it. It's your body getting regulated. And she gave me stuff to help me along the way. And y'all, I'm so thankful Megan did. I'm so thankful she did. Because what if I would have quit because I was tired? I mean, look at the difference. That was almost 7 years ago, you all. Now I'm a mom of 4. I'm moving constantly all day long with my kids. I don't take naps. And I get up at the crack of dawn and stay up super late. And that's just me. But you all, if I would have given up then, if Megan had not have helped me, then what would have happened? What would the people on my team look like? What would that situation look like for my friends? Would Tasha's my level 1. Would she have ever heard about Plexus? Probably by now, yes. But like, you never know what that situation is going to look like. And so guys, if you are their guide, their trusted person, the person that they are coming to, they are going to feel supported and they are going to feel like they can do this. And I feel like this ties in with everybody, what everybody has said tonight, because Rebecca says, give that recognition. Guys, give that recognition. If they, tell you that they had a good night's sleep, well, by golly, they had a great night's sleep. Like that is huge. And that's something to celebrate. Every little victory needs to be celebrated, whether that's with the products or with the business. So they are not looking for, like I said, they're not looking for another hero. They're not looking for another hero. They're going to be the hero in their story, but they are looking for that guide. So we need to give them a plan. So you need, when they start, to give them a plan. How are they going to start their products? And how are they going to start to share if that's what they're looking for? Those are 2 separate plans, y'all, that we need to take care of both of them. Okay. I see too many times that people either take care of the, oh, let's share, and we forget to take care of their products. And then they get their 3 people, but yet they're not having success with their products. They got their 3 people really fast, and then they start to fall off and stop sharing. Or I see people who have, struggle with the products, and then they never want to share because whatever. So we need to take care of both, right? We need to give them a plan how to take the products. And I know that every single diamond on this team probably has a different customer care plan that everybody uses. Go to your team page, y'all. I guarantee it's there. Look at it if you're not using it and utilize what they have put in place for you, because the reason they have it there is because it's successful. Okay. So help them with their products. Use the guides. I mean, we have all those guides that tell them how to take their products. That makes it super easy for you. Use those and check in with them at least weekly in their first month on their products. Guys, if they're working the business, I talk to them a whole lot more because usually they're sharing and we're communicating about their posting or about a message that they're in. And so those people I tend to talk to a lot more than once a week. But if they're using their products, I'm going to be talking to them once a week during their first month, at least, unless they're having struggles. If they're going through detox or something, I'm checking in with them more than that. We're changing that regimen. We're trying to figure things out. But guys, we want to give them a plan. And then we want to give them a call to action. So how can they transform that? What is going to be that next step for them, right? So is that going to be sharing with a friend about this new journey that they took and having somebody lock arms with them? Or is that going to be maybe it's even just telling their spouse that they need to help them, hold them accountable for taking products? Whatever that is, everybody's call to action can be different depending on the person and what they're looking for. But you want to give them some sort of call to action, some sort of challenge to help them get through the first 30 days. And I always tell people they need to stick around at least 60 to 90 days to see results. If I'd given up in 30 days, my goodness, I would never have seen the results that I would have seen 90 days from there. So that's a call to action right there, you all. You know, we need to stick with this for 90 days. This is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to make that happen. And then help them avoid failure. You all, I think a lot of times people, one, you don't want to check in with somebody because you're scared to death that they're going to tell you they don't like it. You haven't heard from them, you're scared, you're worried they're going to say I'm done. Number two, you get really nervous about talking to someone about detox because you're not sure exactly what to say. And so you're scared to even bring it up. I like to bring that up in the beginning. When I'm signing somebody up, I'm like, listen, you might go through some detox and that's okay. That is your body regulating out. That is you getting your systems together. Like, well, going through detox is normal. It's a normal thing for most ambassadors to go through that. So if we talk about that in the beginning, so that they don't think that they're failing with the products when it happens, then it's just a joyous day if they never go through detox, right? Like, woo, you never went through it. Awesome. If they do, it's okay. They're expecting it. But we need to go ahead and put that out there and support them. And also with new ambassadors, if they are adding somebody to their team, prepare them that not every single person that they talk to is going to join Plexus, and that not every person is going to join right away. Like, so many people feel like that is going to happen. And that's not how it works, y'all. It's not how it works. I'll use Tasha as an example. It took me 6 months of talking with her. She was one of the very first people to comment on one of my posts. But it took me 6 months of communication to get her to be on my team. And I can't tell you how many other people on my team are the same way. Now, some people will join you right away, but some people it's going to take longer. So you have to prepare your team members when they start to share that that's going to happen, so that they don't feel like they are failing when it does. And then never assume people understand how Plexus can change their life. You all never assume that they already know what a difference this can make, right? So how can those products change their life? Cast that vision upon them of how these products can change whatever is going on in their life. Share a story with them of a friend, of a team member, how that can transform them and change their life. But also this business, you all. You have to cast that vision on them of how this business can change their life. I'll never forget, Megan took me, it was the first week I joined, and we drove like 45 minutes to a meeting. It was Michelle Thomas was having a meeting. She was Emerald at the time. I remember seeing her Plexus Lexus in the parking lot, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay. I had no idea really what was going on. Like I said, it was my first week. But I sat in that room and I heard incredible stories, and that changed everything for me. And from that point on, I said, I'm going to be an Emerald. I didn't know how I was going to get there. I didn't know what it was going to look like, but I knew that these products could change people's lives. And so if she had never taken me to that meeting and didn't cast that vision on me, who knows what had happened, okay? So you need to cast that vision on your new team members. What does that look like? Getting them to an event, getting them on the Welcome to Plexus call. Emily, are you doing the one this Wednesday? Or did you do one this one? Yes, okay. Get them on that call. Get them on that call. Get them involved in things. I know right now, guys, that some places we still can't do in-person stuff. I'm in Massachusetts. It is crazy up here. Still, people think you can't go out of your house without a mask. But no joke, y'all. We cannot go in any store without one on. State law. So like, get them to an event or get them on an online event. Cast that vision on your team members and let them know, like, hey, I see this in you and I see that you can do this. Because guys, if we're not casting that vision, I'm telling you, nobody else is, right? And so we are the ones to cast that vision on to our new people. You guys, we have to love them. We have to take care of them. We have to build them up. We have to cheer them on. We are their guide to help them be successful. And we are going to help lead and guide them and show them the way. So we can't do the work for them, but we can help lead and guide them and show the direction and path that they can go to be successful. So, Vicki, let's give away a Target gift card because y'all, my husband works for Target and that is what has moved us all over the country. So let's give it away.
All right, here we go. We have Phyllis Watson. Phyllis,
Yay!
are you on?
Phyllis, I think I see her name on here. Is she here?
I see a Phyllis iPad. Phyllis iPad, are you
I'm
Phyllis?
on here. I'm on.
Yay! Well, Phyllis, send me a message. I'm Kendall Herbst. I'm the only Kendall Herbst. It's KYNDEL HERB as in boy ST. I'm the only one on Facebook. So shouldn't be hard to find, but send me a message with your address and I will get that gift card to you.
Perfect. And thank you.
Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I took a whole bunch of notes tonight, like on my little Plexus little pad, my little notepad I have. Like, I love it. I love doing these. This is our second month that my team has done this, and I get just as much out of it as you do, because it's quality time that I can focus and really pour into myself, which allows me to pour into my business and pour into my team. And I hope this benefited you also. So you know what? Again, you guys are rock stars. You had an amazing March. And I'm looking forward to seeing your shout outs on Facebook again for the month of April. So you know what? Mwah! Have a great evening, guys. Thank you.